Hi folks, sorry we had some technical difficulties there. The PC decided it's a great time to restart. We're just joining the action halfway through the second frame. It's still 1-0 to Brent Hampton, and we've got a fairly tight one on our hands here. It's a fairly nice shot by Anthony there actually to get on that last awkward ball.
It was, yeah, it needs a good pot here.
Oh, just that there. Might be a good thing. I guess time will tell.
Didn't really have an easy out from there, so you're right, it's probably not a bad result.
I've taken your advice, Brent, and I've got a bit of paper now, and I'm scoring all the luck and seeing which way it goes. So far, it's 1-0 to Brent on the luck front as well.
We'll call it the strawberry count.
That's it. It's probably a good name for it.
Brent does have an angle here if he wants to play a plant and try and develop his red, but looks like he's not doing it. Looks like he's playing a double instead.
A little bit of work to do here, but I've seen Brent take this sort of format in his stride before, clean up, but yeah, definitely a lot of work to do. These two are usually, they would probably meet each other much later in the draw, but they haven't played as much in the social comps throughout ACTEBA over the last year or two, so they're both ranked a bit lower than what their skill would probably dictate, so this is why they're in a second round match already. But I guess to win a state title, you've got to beat some good players along the way, as Brent Hampton told me yesterday.
Yeah, it's very true. Draw always makes it a little bit easier maybe to get to the finals, but at the end of the day, you've got to win the tough matches, and that's a great shot by Anthony.
Yeah, very, very good strategic shot.
It was a good shot by Brent prior to that, putting the black over there, but he's,
You've got to...
taking control well and truly now.
Yeah.
Even with two, this is very difficult.
Yeah, it may look easy, but those shots you've got to put a lot of time and effort into, because if you just get that little bounce to the left or the right too far, you can leave a gaping hole and not take control of the frame. I think Brent's going to position himself to tie this up a little more now with his two shots, regain control, but it's not easy.
Looks like the only option here is just to nudge your red over, not necessarily take the pocket, but he'll just nudge a red over and put himself in a position to take it later if he needs to, or clear the yellow.
Yeah.
With another shot.
Yeah, it's a great shot.
Thought he might have tried to hit that a little bit harder, just to leave a gap for his red. But yeah, this frame's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah, we could be here a while. Settle in, folks, for the long ride. Do you think Anthony's going to try and get a shot here where he can pop one of those top two yellows and run into the black, pop the other yellow and leave the black over the pocket?
Looks like that's what he might be thinking.
It'd probably be a smart. He's probably got the angle here just, and the ball to the yellow to the middle as recovery. But
leaves himself a tough last ball if he plays it. But
yeah,
looks like that might be what he's doing.
Yeah, a little bit unlucky there. I think he might have went the nudge option instead of the pot, but I'd probably be playing the yellow to the middle here with lots of bottom. Come down the table and just touch up onto the yellow, not pot it. And it's definitely hard to get a good bottom on the white from here, though.
Yeah, he's a little bit hampered.
It's very, very sweetly to be straight enough to get on that yellow and not pot it. Oh no, he hasn't done that. He's taken another option.
Trying to bring his yellow down the table into play.
This might be where Brent will nudge that yellow across a bit more and leave a gap.
I think he might just be playing a snooker here. I think he's just going to roll up this red and try and get Anthony to give him 2.
It's a good shot.
Yeah.
Should be fairly straightforward to get out of, but you never know. I've seen these missed before by many a decent player. Just going to have a quick look at the draw and see if there's been any upsets so far. I don't think there has been, but I know Dean Welsh had a very close one there, but got through in the end 8-6.
Yeah, not entirely sure who he was playing, but watching him play, he was very capable.
Yeah. So some of the round 2 wins: Matt Harmon 8-1 over Penny. Joseph Rene beating Scott G 8-2. That's probably a bit of an upset. Brendan Smith over Nathan Miller 8-6. Nathan was playing very well in that game. Actually, he'll be a good up-and-coming player.
Yeah, I watched a lot of that match. He actually played quite well. Just a few little mistakes here and there. But you're right. I think he's got huge potential. I think Brent was hoping for a foul snooker here. It would have been ideal for him, but looks like he can see both sides of the red down the bottom.
Yeah. Would have been very beneficial to have a foul snooker.
Definitely.
Looks like you had a good win, Brent, over Peter Penfold, also known as Chipper. He can come out firing sometimes, so to get him 8-3 is no easy feat.
Yeah, didn't play too bad that match. I was pretty happy with the result. You had a good win yourself, didn't you?
Yeah, I didn't do too bad. I think I got let off early on, and that gave me the momentum I needed, but it wasn't anything fantastic, but I'll take it, and hopefully
it's always hard coming back from a big deficit.
Yeah. Ooh. It's not going to make much difference, but I don't know. I just can't quite see how much gap that red yellow over the pocket there is to squeeze it.
I don't think there's much.
It's definitely got to create some room there at some point. Not sure if that's a total or not, but I guess either way it's an easy out.
Well, you can definitely see the left-hand side of the yellow.
It's all going to come down to what happens in that pocket where the black is. It's just what they do to get there.
Is this one of those situations where Anthony wants to keep a ball on the table, or Does he accelerate the frame, pot it foul, and then leave it to Brent to, which is what is going to happen
It
here, I
looks
think.
like that's what he's. Yeah, it looks like that's the option he's taking. I guess in this circumstance, you've got to consider every angle, every option, everything the other player can do after you do foul. Because if you miss one little thing, they can steal the frame back pretty quickly.
That's what Anthony's looking at here. Is, you know, what am I going to leave Brent? Can he get his red out, or can he disturb that pack without fouling? And, sometimes distance is the best option.
Yeah, definitely agree. There's no point really killing any of Brent's balls at this point. He's only going to use any ball that's there to try and probably get him across more and cover that black. That was a great shot.
Yeah. Well, just good pace.
You just got to be careful when there's so many things close in the pocket. You've got to rely on very soft touch, very accurate, and it's very hard to do. Yeah, that's a good shot. Hopefully he hasn't left the yellow, but
I don't think he has.
If he has, it's going to come down to luck, because that black, you'll have to get the black out, and you've got to hope the white sits somewhere decent, and it doesn't look like it will from there. So even if Anthony can see that yellow, he may not take it. It's a good shot. It's no foul snooker because the red above the black, you can see both sides of it, and I think he's got just enough angle there where he's covered all of Brent's options to squeeze that yellow out. Nothing seems to be frozen. Brent's just confirmed that.
Yeah, he's in a bit of trouble here. There's not so many options at this point. He's just looking at whether or not, you know, that yellow will go if he gets the right angle on this bottom red. These pockets are very tight though, and usually with a ball in the pocket like that, you're not getting anything past it. It's pretty hard to tell though from the camera angle.
I'm not sure if Brent's looking at the plant onto the yellow to take the pocket, but that probably wouldn't help him. It'd be a foul snooker. It's a good option just to stay away for a bit, think it out.
I think Anthony might just pot this. Well,
I just don't know if the black will go far enough down to cover the bottom of the two reds if he did.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he probably definitely would consider that as an option.
Brent's actually played a pretty clever shot there.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get rid of the only red that won't allow a foul snooker.
That's right.
From most areas on the table.
It's pretty much restricted Anthony to leaving the white somewhere down near the bottom left-hand pocket if he does pot this red.
Yeah. I would probably be playing a soft touch off the right-hand cushion into the red over the pocket so that it doesn't pot it and Brent can't pot it.
Yeah, make him waste a shot.
Make him waste it. He'll probably still end up potting it, but then he has to come down and deal with those two nasty reds down the bottom. Alright. Maybe he's just moving that black a little bit closer for later. He hasn't quite made the distance, but still not a foul snooker, so don't think too much damage done. Brent's looking to graze off the top of the two reds and hopefully get more of a gap under that yellow so that he can squeeze it later. He's just got to be very careful with that angle where the top of the two reds goes, because it could sit.
I actually think he's going to play to pot the yellow here and try and take the pocket, leave the white up the top of the table, and he's left a gap. So
Yeah. He's conceded that one.
Yeah.
Definitely not sure I would have gone for that one. I would have played a bit of cat and mouse. I know they had been for a while already, but I probably would have done it for a little longer, just until I had that perfect gap. But who knows? Could have gone the other way. It could have worked out perfectly. So that's 1-1 with Brent Hampton to break.
No strawberries, that frame?
No strawberries, no. So it's still 1 strawberry to Brent Hampton, no strawberries to Anthony Chia. Pretty nice break. Unfortunately, it looks like nothing down, but also safety as well.
Yeah, pretty good leave. That's
the players are asking me to count that as luck that it's landed safe, but I think it's cancellation as he didn't get a ball either, so that's unlucky. So
no, I actually think that's a strawberry.
Strawberry? Oh, Brent's overriding me here.
Yeah.
This is not looking good for Hampton at this point.
He's left him absolutely nothing.
All right, I've marked it down. I've peer pressure, so it's 2 strawberries to Hampton, none to Chia.
Anthony quickly repays the favour.
Who's the cat and who's the mouse in this epic battle? 2 frames in. I feel like I'm going to be here to midnight, Noble. Oh, that was very close. Very good effort by Brent. Unlucky result.
Yeah. Reds are definitely now the option, I think.
I think I definitely agree. The first red to the middle is definitely tough, hampered over the black, but if you can get it, it's definitely going to give you control of the frame.
Looks like he's going for a plant in the corner instead.
I don't really blame him for that. I don't like that shot to the middle myself. No. Not for a starting ball anyway.
A little bit unfortunate to pop both there, but
oh, it's a nice pot. Definitely a nice pot.
yeah, he's in a good position now.
Just not sure if that black squeezes past that yellow to the bottom left corner. That could make life a little bit harder positionally, but
Looks like it does, but you can never tell from this angle.
there's a nice kiss off the yellow to stay fairly straight on that red. Still a little bit of work to do here, but I guess it'll all come down to if that black does squeeze past or if he has to double it. I've just had confirmation from Matt Harmon, who's directly in line with that shot, that the black doesn't go to the corner, so that'll definitely mean Anthony has to either land on a double or land underneath the black so he can... Looks like he's tried to break it early.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very bold.
Definitely
attempt.
very brave early. I think I probably would have just gone the few reds and tried to double the black in, because there was still some tough yellows left in that frame.
It's not the hardest double from there. Not super easy, but...
No. And, breaking balls out, you just never know where you're going to land. And without breaking that out, he could have made sure that he was on those last three reds. So.
Yep.
Looks like he's going to go a fine cut back to the middle. No, he's just hit the far jaw.
Not a bad leave though. Hasn't left Brent with an easy starter here.
Yeah, he's definitely got a lot of work to do. I don't know if there's a way he can graze off those two yellows that are touching and land back on them to snooker Anthony, but even that would be a tough shot.
Might have left him a long one to the corner here.
Nice shot.
Just had a little bit of whinging from one of the players about the...
Anthony is trying to convince the commentators that you can transfer side, but we're not buying it. He's let out a deep snort in retaliation.
He's just upset that he's losing the strawberry tally at the moment.
It's another great shot by Brent.
Yeah.
I think he's got two balls where transitioning between them is going to be very difficult, but if he can, it looks like he's already lining up that to transition down to the bottom one, because that's going to make or break him at this point. But yeah, the yellow on the bottom rail and the yellow under the black, you've got to get spot on to transition between those two balls, or you're going to leave yourself in a bit of trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not an easy... Leaving that last yellow on the rail down the bottom as your last ball is not an easy way to finish a frame. But I don't think he's got too many options at this point. May even play to get a snooker on this second last yellow potentially, or off this one now. Just linking these four balls together is not straightforward.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think you've got to play to link them together, and if something goes wrong, you've got to then go for the snooker. Oh, he's just made an error there.
Yeah.
Maybe he was bit uncertain of what he wanted to do, but still played the shot. But definitely, again, he's still got the black pocket covered with that yellow now, and Anthony I could either take that red to the corner and sun off the rail, and then he has another red to the top corner, or he can double now and hope he lands on it.
It's like
Me
he's-
personally, I would probably go the one to the corner. He's opting for the double, but
He's a pretty confident doubler, but this is not an easy shot. And he's played it pretty well.
yeah, that's a great shot. That really is,
It
and he's
is.
even got a little bit of angle to sneak under the black
Yeah.
here.
Probably
So-
just try and play the black in the same corner pocket here.
Yeah, he's either got, definitely same corner, or if he does come a bit far, he'll have the right middle or the right top corner. But yeah, just a nice little stun shot here, and he should be in business. Yeah, he's come out a little far.
Still on. It's a tough one, but
Yeah, I definitely think he's got to be careful of. It's pretty fine, not either potting that yellow after he pots the black, or if he misses the black, he's opening up another fairly dead ball that Brent has.
the other option he's got here, if he doesn't like the pot, is to try and cover this corner.
The one past the yellow, yeah.
Doesn't look like he's going to.
Chia's always been a guy that's regretted not going for a frame, so he probably have a go, but
I probably would too. And he has missed it.
he's missed. He's knocked out that dead ball. There's still one dead ball left, but
Can't quite tell if Brent's on this one over the pocket.
it looks like he is. He's just got a little bit of work to do for that bottom one. There's definitely no tactical shots here. I think it's pot out. But yeah, I don't envy him having that one on the bottom rail still. Like you said before, it's definitely not something you'd want to have for your last ball to get onto the black with. Alright, he's left himself every opportunity here. It's probably a little bit finer than he would have liked, but he could actually even break that ball out and hope for a good result from that angle. But that is definitely risky business.
It looks like he's actually going to play straight yellow to the corner here.
He's going to go straight through.
Yep.
Okay, with top.
That's
There we go. That's a great shot.
It's a very confident
Definitely a
pot.
great shot. Didn't realise they went past the black. That is.
He's landed a little bit straight, but I think he will back himself to pump this in.
Oh.
That's a little bit stiff.
Yeah, very stiff. Another half a roll, and he was in business there. But now he's definitely got some work to do. I think again, Brent's the type of guy that would rather have a go at this than play safe and regret if he loses.
A lot of players probably just try and leave the black on the top rail here, but she may be doing. Well, the cut looks like it might even be on. No, he's just laid
He's
up.
done that. That's a great safety.
Yep.
Definitely a great safety. It hasn't even really left a straightforward double to the top corner here.
So yeah, Anthony's got two choices: play a ridiculously difficult double, or attempt to leave the black dead somewhere.
Yeah, I think if, like you said, you'd probably go the double, but with a bit of force and hope that there's a six-pocket rocket in there somewhere.
Play JT special.
Yeah. Oh, he's hit it
where's it?
fine. I don't know if he's left it. No, that's not the result he was looking for. And he's quickly conceded that one.
Yeah.
So that's 2-1 to Brent Hampton and Anthony to break. There's a bit of contention here. The Reds are not at the front of the nicely formed triangle that Chia has presented Brent. He's not accepting it. Brent is
demanding
not,
a re-rack.
not pleased, but Anthony's not paying him any attention, and there is no ref in the frame. So Mr. Noble, if you could change any rule in the game, what would it be? I saw a bit of a Facebook forum the other day, and they were asking people for their opinions.
I've actually been playing a little bit of black ball recently, and I kind of lean more towards the way the rules in that game sort of go. The biggest difference with black ball, I mean, there's a few differences, but the biggest one is there's no two shots, so you get a free hit. So if someone fouls, you basically can hit any ball on the table, develop the entire table with one shot, and then the second shot doesn't carry.
Yep.
So I like that as a rule. I think that's a good one.
It's getting very popular, the black ball. I haven't played it myself yet. I was going to go to Adelaide, but didn't end up getting a spot. But I think if there is any more tournaments on, I will definitely be interested in learning that game.
Yeah, it's a much more attacking form of the game. I think there's a lot less tactics. I think there's a place for both versions of the game. They're both very different.
I think if I could change any rule in 8 ball at the moment, it'd be if you've got a foul snooker and there's only, say, your ball and the black ball left, and the black ball's in the pocket and your ball's behind it, you can't pot the black now. And because obviously it's also frame, I believe that if you nominate the black on a foul snooker, you should be able to pot it. It should just be respotted, so that if it is to your advantage to do so, you can, because every other rule is usually, favouring the person who's been hard done by a foul, except that one.
I think if you pot the black off the break, you should win the frame as well.
Yeah, look, that was raised in the forum. I think that's a great shot by Anthony up to the corner. He's probably okay that didn't go in. I think if you pot the black and no other balls go down, would probably be good. But if you potted and a red or a yellow are potted with it, then re-rack.
A lot of people
just to keep it interesting.
A lot of people compare that to 9 ball, but the difference is 9 ball. Obviously, you can pot the 9 at any time, as long as you hit the first ball first.
Definitely, and I think it's a lot harder to pot that black ball in a triangle with 14 other balls as opposed to a diamond in 9 ball. Definitely agree with you there. It looks like Brent's. He'd be happy to be at the table here, but he's
just trying to take this corner
make sure
pocket.
He looks there. It's a great shot. Bit of tit for tat happening.
I think Anthony's probably just going to try and cover this right-hand corner pocket. There's not a lot of value at this stage in potting this yellow. Unless he's trying to do something with the white to get one of the other yellows out, but it's a pretty risky shot. He's managed to get one out, but in doing so has put that red a little bit deeper into the pocket. Here comes the intentional foul. So he's given Brent 2. It's a good leave. Hasn't got an easy opener. And more than likely he'll need a second shot to get that difficult red down the bottom of the table out. There's not really a whole lot he could do with that first shot. Might try and get on this red down the bottom here off the, and he's played that. It's not bad. It's a little bit difficult cueing though. Definitely the right shot, I think, trying to get that bottom red out, but it's a good hit by Brent. Big pocket down there, so he's played a very good plant. Still got a bit of work to do here. He's got to figure out how to get on this last, or the top red. Just looking to leave himself an angle on the red to the right of the cue ball here to come across to the left and leave himself a cut down to the right hand corner pocket. Pretty difficult to control the white here though. Just looking at where he wants to leave it. Played a very good shot. So he's giving. Cole's getting me a beer. He's getting me a beer. Yeah, good Coley. It's not an easy shot, this one. So he'll be going 100% for this pot. Don't worry too much about the white. And he's just jawed it. And I think Anthony's got a good chance of going game here. Doesn't have to do a lot with the white, just drop this yellow in.
Had to leave Brent on his own there to do a bit of a beer run. Got to get the priorities right when you're commentating on these second round matches.
I do appreciate it. It's thirsty work, this.
It is. It is. It looks like I've missed a fair bit of this fourth frame.
Yeah, Brent had a pretty difficult cut to that corner pocket. Anthony's just played a little bit of a loose shot there.
Yeah, it's definitely not like him at all. He's going to have to focus on this. I guess it's better to have a shot on the black than no shot at all, but definitely not easy queuing off the rail at that angle to the middle.
He's missed it, and
missed that one.
That was sort of do or die, given where Brent's last red is. Played that well. A lot of players tend to try and overplay those shots.
Yeah. You can definitely land awkward off balls in the pocket. It's good just to do just enough. It's a frame to Brent. I think that was just a bit of a loose shot there from Anthony. That probably should have been his frame. It's definitely a lot different being 3-1 down as opposed to being 2-all. But
big frame this next one.
Definitely a big frame.
Anthony
this could dictate the momentum.
Anthony definitely needs to stay in check here. Being 3 frames down, race to 8 is a pretty decent lead. So pretty important for him to get back on the board here if he wants to stay in this one.
It's a cracking break by Brent. I think he's
Dry again.
come up dry again. I don't think there's much more he can do there. There's not a lot of effort you can put in more than that would usually get you a ball. It's looking fairly safe again too, considering the spread. That's Brent just pointed out there's only three balls on the bottom half of the table left out of the 15 that were there in that triangle.
Probably trying to cut this red off the yellow here.
Yeah, I think he's hit it a bit thick and gone in off, so I'm gonna.
Here.
Yeah, I'm gonna mark that down as a strawberry. I think I'm gonna give Brent another one there, so he's outdoing Anthony 3-0, unless there was any I missed while I was away.
No, I don't think so.
I think even if Anthony loses this match, he's going to have bragging rights on a lot of other things.
So open table here, 2 shots in hand. Good opportunity to try and break this cluster of 3 balls up.
Look, he's got 2 hard balls here. The first one he's about to break and the one lower down from that.
Yeah.
If he can get a nice breakout on this first one, and he still has his 2, obviously, he should be all right. Looks like he's opting out of that. Maybe there is no angle there.
I do like taking the option to get them out now though, because it's an open table, so he doesn't have to worry about nicking the yellow.
Yeah, look, I think he's come back around. It looks a bit straight. I'd probably go a bit more angle off this, but he might just be trying to move the yellows and not move the red. And he has done that. The trouble with that is you're not going to hit him as hard, and yeah, he's landed a bit awkward.
So
still a bit of work to do, but definitely doable.
He's got no option here, but unless he can cut this other red past the yellow, but I don't think he's got the angle. He's got nothing to play for here except a long, difficult red. Not a lot of value in covering the pocket either.
Oh, that's a great shot. Very, very hard to get him in the corners here, but nevertheless, he's got control of the frame.
Actually forgot he had 2 then. Having just said he had 2.
He definitely hasn't forgotten. We'll have to. I think I can see the angle on the red, and it does go past the yellow to the top, the last hard red. But it's not. He's got a kick here, and he's not hit a rail. He's given Anthony 2 shots.
That's pretty unfortunate.
I put a win down in that luck column for Anthony there. It's 1-3.
That's definitely a strawberry.
It's nothing you can do about kicks. I know there's some people in ACT at the moment trying out those $20 chalks and whatnot, but I just don't agree they're going to work if the whole community isn't using them. You need every player to be using them. Otherwise, you're still going to get kicks, and you're still going to get dirt and other things on the ball regardless of the chalk you're using. So not sure I'm quite up for those $20 chalks. I don't know how you feel about them.
So I'll confess I did use one for a few months. Didn't really notice too much difference in terms of how the balls play.
And you were poorer for buying $20
I was a little bit poorer, yes. That's a good point. I actually stopped using it though, and I think there's been a couple of people who have said the same thing, but I didn't like the way it feels in your hand. You're so used to holding a square piece of chalk, and the round chalk, it's just kind of weird to hold.
Yeah.
I found I was dropping it all the time, and yeah, it just kind of irritated me.
Yeah. I've just ordered some of that. I will confess to I've ordered some of that elk pro chalk. The triangle pro chalk. There's elk pro tips as well now, but I've ordered it because it's square and it's cheaper, and I'll give it a go. But
What's the difference between the normal triangle and the pro triangle?
I think it's got the same factors. It's supposed to be extremely fine rather, and doesn't stick to the white ball, so you get less kicks.
Right.
But again, most of the kicks I've had have been from other sorts of dirt on the ball and stuff. But
I can say that I think I was using it for about 3 months. I don't think I had a single kick. Not that you get that many all the time anyway.
no, and
but
that's the other factor. Do you really worry? Is it really going to improve your win-loss by a great margin? So we've got look, Chia's played a great shot before to get on a dead ball that he had and then pot it. He's still got a bit of work to do here. It'll come down. Oh, he's just clipped the jaw. That's unfortunate. Oh, and the red. So that's not as bad as it could have been actually. If that yellow goes into the middle, he's a chance at this frame.
Show me first.
$60.
Show me first.
Oh,
It didn't quite go over there.
had to force it.
Oh, he's just clipped that yellow across here.
A little bit unfortunate there.
Yeah. I'd probably be looking to still play that red off the rail, off the yellow, and squeeze it over the pocket that he's covered, because without doing something with that, he's lost control of this one.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he's got the angle to break anything out there either. It looks too fine. Definitely taking his time with it, as he should be. It's not straightforward.
One of those situations where you're probably grateful there's no shot clock.
Now he's going to try and move a few balls around here, and he has, just not the ones he wanted to.
That's actually a result.
If he can get down to the corner, which it looks like he can, and cut it all the way down onto the other red, I just don't like where the white's going off that shot.
Yeah.
But like you said, it is a result because there wasn't much else happening.
He's given himself a chance, which he didn't have before.
Yeah.
So
I'm not sure he went for that, so I'm going to mark that down in the lucky column against Chia. So it's now 2-3.
I'll pay that.
Oh, he's caught the jaw as well.
Jeez.
And it's not landed very, very well here. So
Big opportunity here.
big opportunity for Anthony to get back to 2-3. I'm not sure of the pace of the pace Brent hit that red either. I probably would have hit it a bit softer.
Yeah.
I don't know where that red was going to go, even if it did pot the red over the corner. But Anthony's just got to string a few together here. It's always hard when you're 3-1 down, and sometimes your mind's on past mistakes, even though there shouldn't be. But,
Last thing you want to do is just be getting down on the table thinking I need to win this frame.
that's exactly right. You need to take one shot at a time. But yeah, definitely tough mental game.
And even there, he's still a little bit of work to do here. Just one good positional shot.
He's got to be careful that he doesn't land in line with those two yellows and not have a shot. And he's got to be careful he doesn't run too far as well.
I think they both go to the left-hand corner pocket, so he might just try and run the white up the right-hand side here a little bit.
He's put
Which
a
he
bit of
has,
side on
but
it. Yeah,
he's-
it's landed a little bit rough.
It's a little bit short, yeah, which is what you're saying is a risk. So
And it's always the risk when you're behind too. It seems to be when you're ahead in this game, that would have just come down that extra inch or two off the rail. I mean, look, he can maybe use that red, but if he does, he's risking covering the black.
yeah,
He
I think
uses the red to
I think
stop.
he's just got to go for this pot. Just drop it
So
in.
he's used the red. Has he covered the black though? Yes, I mean, that's all he really had there, and I would have probably done the same. But yeah, if that red has covered that pocket, it's a lot tougher. Good check.
Didn't expect him to miss that.
No, he's looking shakier than normal. He's usually a very sound potter. But yeah, it's astonishing what this game can do to you when things aren't going your way. He can beat you down.
So Brent is laying a safety,
Oh,
and
he's
he's
left
not
him
played
on
that
that.
well.
No, that's not, yeah.
Shot.
I'd probably would have played the red to the bottom corner and come up to the red to the middle and used the white to break the red he just tried to snooker off,
Yeah.
especially when you got the momentum and you're ahead. But like I said, easier to say when you're in commentary box than when you're out there. Again, I think Chia's got a bit of work to do here because he's now covered the black to the other corner. So unless it does squeeze past that red to the middle, he's
Looks like he's going up the top corner here.
yeah. I mean, if it cuts to the middle, you got to go the cut surely, but it just doesn't look like it does. Yeah, he's clipped the red there, and it's not looking promising from here.
A little bit out of sorts at the moment.
Yeah.
Normally
yeah.
back him to make most of these, or all of these pots.
I think red to the middle, play the other red as a plant, and should
Yep.
be all but over from here. Oh, that's rough. I probably would have. I probably would have just rolled that in, to tell you the truth, and take a 3/4 plant. I don't think there was a need to go around the table like that, but that's going to make a huge difference in this race.
Yeah.
Race to 8. It's now 2-3, and Anthony's break. Definitely, the fate of that frame changed hands quite a few times, and I haven't, to be quite honest, seen these two miss that many shots for quite some time. Maybe they're bringing the pressure out on each other. They're usually pretty sound potters.
Camera table can do that to you sometimes.
Yeah.
Two fairly judgmental commentators probably isn't helping either.
Yeah, we definitely do like to apply the pressure, especially when we're not the ones out there. Definitely agree with that.
Another dry break.
Another dry, and 4-1 as opposed to 3-2, but it's definitely going to be a somewhat tactical one again, I can see, unless frustrations are building from either player from missing a couple of shots and they try to bash into things. That can sometimes happen.
Yeah, just
Not
trying
sure
to cover
he
that
wanted
one.
That one.
Yeah, I think that was an attempted cover. I think Anthony's going to figure out how to take control of this table somehow.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe a couple of quick pots to
He
feel
may,
like you're in it, and then take a pocket. Just
may
looking
even
at.
be laying up a no, he's gone a double.
Oh, he's gone the double. It was a nice double.
So I like taking this red in the middle here off the yellow and just kill the yellow a little bit.
Yeah, look, I think that's the shot. Like he didn't do that I think it was 2 frames ago. He had a shot to the middle to kill a ball, and he didn't take it. I think you got to start doing that at this point. Put the pressure on the other player. He's just missed it. It hasn't landed favourably, but what I would be doing here is probably taking the red just past the black and doubling it to the middle where the 2 yellows are, and leaving the white up the far end. It looks like he's going to go a different.
Just laying a
different
snooker.
shot. Yeah, just.
I don't mind that as an option. He's just going to tap up here.
Yeah, that's why I thought the distance might have been better, but he's still got a chance here to graze off it and take the pocket. Just looking at some of the other matches, we've got Matt Power and Jay Dawson at 4-all. Michael Massal and Richard Yonan. Michael is 6, Richard is 3. Richard's been playing quite well lately, so yeah, Massal must be playing exceptionally well to be up 6-3. Kenny Nicol is up 5-1 over Joel Dawson. Matt Connor is up 4-2 over Ashley Smith. Situ is up 5-2 over Jack Den. Dave Wynack is up 1-0 against Glenn O'Connell. And Jason Tanastovic is up 7-1 against Anthony Burke. So yes, no massive upsets as yet, but the night is young.
I think there might be a couple of eliminations tonight.
That's the unfortunate thing here, I guess. No matter whoever wins this race to 8 between Brent and Anthony, there is definitely going to be a great player leaving the building or sticking around for a few beers.
So Anthony's given Brent a bit of a chance
Giving him a go. Look, if the trouble with grouped balls over middle pockets, that you've got to make sure your angle is perfect on each one. If you run astray a little bit, it can be quite difficult. So we'll see how he goes here. I mean, they all look potable, but it's all comes down to that angle.
I think he was playing for this yellow in the top right-hand corner, which is on.
Yeah, I think he's going to go to the middle now and just
the
try and
middle's
bump it up so he's got angle. But yeah, I think you're right. He was playing that because it was an awkward shot otherwise. Yeah, that's a great shot.
Played it well.
That's actually better than what I thought.
Should just be able to drop these in, and that'll be 4-2.
Yeah, look, he made that look a lot easier than what it was, in my opinion. They were. That's it.
4-2 to Brent.
4-2 with Brent's break. Definitely feel that could have been 5-1 from that last frame, but I'm sure Brent will be more than happy to be up 4-2 against Anthony.
To Brent.
I'm pretty sure we've had dry breaks in this match so far, so we'll see if this is the break that breaks that trend. The last few times Brent's had a dry break, he's left it fairly safe. There we go. He's broken the drought.
Nice.
It's pretty good result really. If that red didn't land over the bottom right corner, he wouldn't have had much on.
I think if that red wasn't there, it would have been a strawberry to Chia.
Yeah, that would have evened up the tally.
Maybe a little bit. I mean, they're all there, so clearing this corner pocket's not necessarily a bad thing. But he probably would have preferred not to have had to take this ball first.
Yeah, he's going to street back just a bit, and
And he's played that absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Not sure if he played to go through that gap, but it's turned out very well.
I would have been playing the street back up the rail and pot the red to the opposite corner, but if that's on, that's a great shot. Absolutely great shot. It's just so hard to tell from this angle. If that red isn't on, then he's got a lot of work to do. I feel like he just had a Chia. Yeah, it doesn't look like that red is on, or he'd probably be taking it now.
That does make things a little difficult.
Yeah, he's definitely... I think he needs to take the second last red. He would be the one that's over the middle, and he's landed perfectly there. And then he just tops down the rail, and he's got the red to the left-hand bottom corner, the last red.
Yeah, if
but
he's
if
got the angle now, he's got to play that shot now, because when you get perfect position, you can't risk not getting it again, right? You've got to take the shot when it's there, and he's not doing that.
There we go.
If
I think he was just a bit cautious of leaving that red up the top. He wants to make that his last red, the tough one. But like you said, sometimes it's nice to have a recovery ball. It'll all come down to he's got to hit this pretty sweet, because that third yellow down could cover him if he doesn't. Oh,
it's bubbled out.
That means the way he's played that red must be onto the corner, the right-hand corner.
That's really surprising he hasn't taken that ball earlier. But
yeah, if that was on, I'm surprised it wasn't taken earlier also. But I think he was going to use that angle and then, pot the black to the same middle as the red that was just missed. He's definitely not pleased with himself on that one, but Anthony's still got a lot of work to do here. That's a great shot.
Just got a little bit of work to do with this yellow down the bottom near the red.
I think he's got to roll that one into the centre with a bit of top, just gently, but he's opting to leave it there and take the one to the corner.
Okay, so it must be on.
Yeah, this one's on. It's just a little bit awkward if you get a kiss on that red. It's a little awkward. I guess that's why he's left that yellow to the centre as a recovery ball. Yeah, it's a nice shot.
Yeah, played it well.
Definitely be running into this red over the middle here after potting the yellow to the centre, just to keep the white straight.
Yeah, he doesn't want too much angle on this last yellow, or the second last yellow.
No, he wants to just be able to drop it in so that he can be on that yellow to the bottom left corner as the transition to the black. But he's definitely got to use that red in my opinion. Now he's not hit that well, and I think he might not be on that ball.
May even be totaled here.
Definitely a very tentative shot. Just needed to cue through it with top. But easier said than done when you're at the table. He hasn't called for a total, and if it's not total, I think he's in a lot of trouble. If it's total, he could just bounce off the bottom rail and nestle into that yellow. But yeah, that's a nice shot, nice recovery.
A little bit unfortunate not to cover the pocket a little bit better.
Yeah. Now Brent's got to, I guess what he's got to do here is make sure to regain control, but keep that cue ball under wraps too, because you know the zin-offs to the middle and all sorts of things possible here, cutting that red down to the corner. So if he just keeps his head and regains control, he's in good shape. Anthony's definitely offering up more chances than he does against me for a race to 10 for $100. Yeah, it's a
That was always a risk.
little bit yeah, it's definitely unfortunate that he's kept the white from doing anything crazy, but he just hasn't quite covered that pocket.
So I think if that yellow near the pocket is on, which it looks like it is, that's his only option. Just wants to bring the white back up the table, around where the red is.
He's gone a bit loose on that as well,
He's
you know.
pumped it. And
I would have just probably topped through that. He's tried to stun around.
might have a double here. But the other option is to try and bring the yellow down and cover this pocket. But
yeah, look, from this position, I like the idea of taking that pocket, because then you can just play it pocket weight, smooth, and you're still going to have a black if it drops in.
it's a shot to nothing.
Yeah, definitely. Whereas the double is not a shot to nothing, and it's not even going to guarantee you an easy black.
Yeah, looks
So-
like he is going for the corner.
Yeah. Yeah, he's hit that well enough to take it, I think.
Yeah,
So
it's not
it's
totally taken, but it is.
No,
It has
I
killed the
think-
other red.
Yeah, look, I think Brent's going to just stun down to the bottom rail and push the red onto the yellow and make it so the red's over the pocket and the yellow's safe. But he's made it as hard as he can from there, I think. Oh, he's tried to break it. He's tried to break it. Now he's just
not a bad
basically
option.
got to
Just roll up.
roll up and make sure that yellow's dead and the red's over the pocket. I'm not sure if he's left Anthony the opportunity here to roll up onto that yellow and not lead Brent the cut back. But if he hasn't, Anthony probably has to go the snooker here, just graze off the edge. Hopefully leave enough distance that there's not a straightforward double, or reverse double rather, to get out of the snooker.
I think that's his only shot here.
Yeah, that's it. That's a
Yeah,
good shot.
and trying to put some distance between the white and the red.
The distance prevents the easy double, and I think he's done that. So that's a very nice shot by Anthony. It's not easy to do. Not easy to do.
From here, that looks like it is a total. It's a little close.
And Anthony's got the vision of a nighthawk, so we'll have to see. But he's agreeing.
So it looks like it is a total. And I think Brent's
Anthony's
just going to...
conceded the total. So yeah, it's all up to Brent from here. I'm probably coming off the rail just under the yellow and tapping onto the red. And leaving Anthony a hard long pot.
That's the only risk, is you leave him a pot to the opposite corner pocket. Not an easy one.
No.
If he can come off it a little high, which he has,
Yeah.
that's a better shot.
That's yeah.
May play the same shot again here, but he's starting to leave the red in a position where it's pretty easy to pot.
Yeah, he's definitely applying the pressure, which is a good thing to do when you're up 4-2. Oh, Anthony's had a red hot go at that.
A little bit hampered queuing, but I think
Yeah, I think it's
think
close
it'd be
enough
alright.
that it's not going to really bother him. It's just how nicely he lands on the black here. That's a little awkward, actually. I still back him to pot this, but
It's never easy queuing over the corner pocket like that.
no. Yeah,
He's missed it.
it looks like he may have got a result here. If I was Anthony, I'd probably be just pushing that yellow over the pocket and not potting it, because it's very hard to get back down the table for any decent shot on the black.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
he's just got to make sure he's got the yellow perfectly over the pocket so that there's no big pocket for the double, and also that Brent can't leave him safe in his retaliation.
The only other risk here is if he does play it sort of and leave the white on the right hand side of the table, there is a bit of a cut on the black, but it's a very difficult shot. He's actually tried to play a snooker. That's a great shot.
Yeah, that's a really nice shot. It's a nice shot by Anthony. He's trying to claw his way back into this. I hate to apply the pressure, Noble, but once this frame is decided, I'm going to ask for your opinion on who will take the match.
Yeah.
I bet you're hoping Brent gets it, so it's an easy call. But
Yeah. I think both players have played a few nervous shots. A couple of rushes of blood. Ideally here, you'd go side top and nestle up behind the black here. But
yeah, look, it's looking pretty good.
it's hit a little bit hard,
He's
but
just hit it a bit hard, but it's the perfect angle, trying to get the pace right. And again, look, this looks straightforward on the camera, but I can assure you getting position on that black from here is not guaranteed. You have to hit it sweet.
I think I like to play these with, not a lot of topspin. You play these with topspin, the
Keeps
white's
the
just
white up the top.
the
of
white's just
table.
going to stay up the top of the table.
Yeah, I agree. You've got to hit middle and smooth.
And he's played it well.
He's hit that well. You wouldn't want much more out of a shot like that than that. Talking about that top spin, I've seen some really world-class snooker players use that technique when they've got too much angle to stay up the top of the table, and it's great to watch when you do need to use it.
Not that I'm a top snooker player, but I have done that a few times. And it is a good shot.
It's a great feeling when you can pull it off.
It's a good shot to have in your repertoire.
So Chia's clawed his way back into that one, and it's now 3-4, and believe it's Anthony's break. So yeah, I'm going to put it on you, Noble. Who's looking like the favourite at this point?
It's actually a really tough call at the moment. I'm going to go with Brent, just because I haven't seen enough from Anthony to convince me that he's closing frames like he normally does. But I honestly feel like at the moment could go either way.
Yeah. Look, I agree. I haven't really seen Anthony make as many mistakes as he has made so far, but he doesn't play that much anymore, and it'll all come down to whether he stops making them. If he does, he's got a fighting chance, but the momentum seems to be going with Brent at the moment. That's a great break. Now they both broke the curse of the dry break.
Yeah,
And I tell you now, look, yellows are looking pretty good here.
Absolutely. It's a good
And,
chance to take a frame.
And I think it's a good chance to get some confidence up and take a quick frame.
I think clearing these will be a big boost for his confidence.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's important that he gets this. Yeah, no, it's been canned. It's all good. Yeah.
Just going to hand over to Kenny Nickel for a little bit, so I'm going to grab some food.
Hello viewers, Kenny Nickel here. Just joining join in Colin for a bit of commentary. I can see we're 4-3 up. Brent sway, and wow, that's an open table.
Yeah,
Very
look,
open.
Kenny, you've come in. Anthony's just broken his drought of dry breaks and had a pretty open spread on yellows. So I think this will do his confidence a world of good. He's had a couple of shaky ones early on, but if he can get a master here to go for all with Brent, it'll probably do him the world of good.
Definitely.
He's hampered himself a little there, but look, I think he's still in a position where he can probably stun this and cut the black into the middle. But yeah, definitely, it's never fun being hampered. But yeah, that's a great shot.
Does it with ease. You can see a bit of rhythm with his shooting now.
So that's a master from Anthony, and that brings us to 4-all. He'll be very happy with that, no doubt. And see what Brent has in store for us off his break.
Yeah, big break, big break, Brent. Yeah, that wasn't easy to say. Let's see if Brent can do what Chia just did then.
Oh, well, they're both definitely broken the droughts
Beautiful
of dry
break.
breaks. And again, he's got pretty open table on reds here, which he's of course nominated. He's just got to string it together from here.
Yep. Pretty simple. No reds are really hampered, except for the one above the black, possibly. Oh, he's a bit straight on that one, Colin.
Yeah, look, he's going to have to
Make
put
the
a
angle.
bit of power into this, but he should still. Yeah, that's a great shot. He's just got to make sure he's on one of these three remaining reds. I think he doesn't.
Put himself in the middle of two of them,
Yeah.
which would be good.
I was just saying to Brent, there was, the matches where there's a lot of balls grouped over the middle. Even if they're easy pots, you've got to make sure your angles are right, or you can get yourself in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
They look straightforward, but they definitely require the concentration. Look, I think he's played that bloody perfectly. I don't think he could have hit that any better.
No, he just needs to think about which one he's going to go next. To be honest, if he's straight on the one in the bottom right corner, I think it's pretty simple. Oh, he's got a bit of angle though. You see it?
Yeah.
Interesting.
He's going to have to choose whether he rolls this in or stuns down. But look, it looks like he could still roll it in and stay on that red under the black.
Yeah, you can't go past it. You'd be silly to go past
I
those
reckon
reds.
it would be a mad rush of blood if you went past it. You've even got the option here of topping it and trying to hit the
Black?
the red above the black.
Oh, okay.
Even. Just
Yeah.
that one, just a slight touch.
Yep.
But
Oh.
yeah,
Wow.
I definitely look. That's going to help him, but I definitely wouldn't have taken that shot.
No.
That was the tougher of all the shots. But if he's put himself in a spot here where he just has to screw up.
Yeah, screw up.
He's
for the-
okay, but he was definitely gutsy taking that ball. Maybe he had more angle. Like, it's hard to see on the camera. Maybe he had more angle to the middle than what we could see, because that would be the only reason you would do that.
Yeah, but this is pretty simple what he's got now. I don't see anything hampering him. Anything hampering the Hampton? Yeah, I think that was the right shot.
He's hit that very nicely. Well, if he can pull this off, that's master versus master.
What do you reckon, though? You know what I mean? Like, it's running into the black, or past the black. It's going to be hard to hold.
It's very hard to hold, but I think here you've got to at least try to hold. Just roll it in
Either
and
that
hit
or,
it sweet. If
either
he's
that or you hit a bit of bottom on it and come off the bottom rail. Up again. Just like that.
oh,
Bit
look, he's
unlucky.
got a shot, but it's definitely unlucky.
Oh, it's snooker central if he misses his black.
Yeah, look, I think I agree completely. He's definitely not going to see that black again for quite some time if this doesn't go in. But, you know, if you can get it in the pocket, it's a negative thing to say, but if you can get it in the pocket, most snookers are easy to get out of as well.
Yeah, you know what? Just put everything into getting that right angle.
Oh, he's missed that a bit.
And you know what? I'd be worried. I really would. You know, it's pretty simple for topspin on that yellow into the bottom right, and then popping the yellow over the middle pocket on the right hand side. Gets it off the rail as well.
Yeah, look, I'd definitely be putting that one on the bottom first to give yourself the right angle for the snooker. If it was an exhibition match, you could probably pump that yellow in and break the dead one out, but definitely a lot riding on this, so you wouldn't do a shot like that.
Nah, to be honest, you just pop it over the middle pocket in your next shot, and snooker behind it. Yep, that's it.
You just got to make sure that this. I
Don't-
reckon it's very important this yellow sits over the middle
Yeah.
and get the snooker.
You can't let him come off the side rail onto the
No,
black.
and leave that yellow dead. because
Yeah.
You're just not getting ahead that way.
Yeah, I don't think he'll leave it dead. I don't think there's much chance of that. That's the shot, because he can't get past it
Yeah.
on the right hand side. You know, even a touch further would have been good. This is a all or nothing shot.
Oh, he hasn't missed that by much. Good effort. And
Yeah.
look, quite frankly, that's a pretty good bite.
Yeah,
Considering where all the yellows are, that's not a bad bite.
Mm.
Would you take the hard yellow under the yellow in the middle on the left-hand side of the table, or would you double the one off that you can see at the top?
To be honest, I'd be going the middle pocket. You won't pop the white down the corner. So you just okay. So he's doubling
He
it.
might not be able to see. That's the only reason.
Yeah, could be too far past the middle.
That's a great shot.
Yeah,
Like, that is a great shot.
Now you just put this down into the bottom
Yeah,
left
you
corner.
have to. And if you get that,
It's
you're home and hose. And
Yeah.
if you don't, you're still going to probably end up on the black. But
Hey, you got a second shot, don't you?
yeah, that's right. He would have preferred that in, obviously, but look, he's still at the table and he's still.
Look, he needs to get position that he doesn't have to do a plant on that middle right pocket.
Look, I'd go the plant now and try and leave that second yellow so it's nice, so you can just roll off it to transition to the black as your last ball.
Yeah, as long as you don't miss it. If you
No.
miss it, you'll really
Yeah.
get disappointed because you could leave the black on.
Yeah. It just depends on the angle here, but if he can hit this plant soft enough and leave that yellow, he's a definitely.
To be honest, it's almost worth. To be honest, like list with this shot, maybe the bottom left, come across to the right hand side, pot it in the middle, pot it in the middle, pot it in the middle on the right hand side, and then the black.
Yeah, you're right. You're not leaving anything to chance there either. But
Exactly what Chia's doing is kind of what I'd do. You know, middle with the right on the. That was the last one, and then black
Yeah.
in the corner.
He might have had angle on that plant too, where it was killing the first yellow.
Yeah. Really, just a touch shot here. Ooh, don't go too far.
Yeah, look, I think going too far is not too bad because if he comes down, he just got to top up to the black.
Exactly. Yeah, it gives you a straight angle.
You don't want to be
doesn't it?
too fine. I know what you're saying on that one, but
You're on camera. Yeah, we just got one of the restaurant waitresses being on camera there.
yeah, I think he's
He would have liked a bit further.
He's under hit that, but look, he's still going to have a shot.
Better to underhit than overhit. I see we've got no comments on the YouTube page at the moment. Must be doing a pretty good job here.
So Chia is now on the black. He's just got to make sure that he cues this very nicely, and it should drop in.
So we tried for the far jaw, the left-hand jaw, knowing that you hit the right-hand jaw and it's not going in.
Yeah,
But
he won't
too
be happy
much of
with
the
that.
too much of the left jaw.
I still think, look, that also comes down to the shot before where he underhit it. He could have left himself right up on that black.
You don't want to do it anymore?
Oh, I was going to get something to eat.
Yeah, jump in.
So we've got Michael Massal coming in for Colin Gamble. Colin's going for a bit of a break, and Massal's coming to impart some of his knowledge and watch some good pool.
Howdy everyone, I'm back. Back from my first match. Which is good.
It's a nice open table with the yellow potted in the middle left. Chia's looking pretty good.
It's a good close contest as you'd expect with these two guys, right?
Oh, definitely 5-4 up, and it's anyone's game. But I don't know if I'd be going yellows here. It's
Yeah, those two on the rail are pretty, well, three on the rail, right?
problem is I don't think he's got a red on.
What about that red up the top rail, up the top pocket? Yeah, this one.
In where? What in the top?
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe. It's risky. You miss it, you're leaving everything open.
oh, he's playing that. I think that was worse.
Well, he just played it a bit hard, I think.
Yeah.
He didn't need to play it as hard as he did.
Well, Brent's got the reds here, hasn't he? He's got a pretty good running.
Well, Brent's
And the
got what-
yellow's a bit of
Mate, you'd be mad not to go reds here.
the only problem here is the yellow of the pocket, right? It's going to give him a bit of a headache.
No, you can.
No, yeah, there's a way around. But I'm just saying, like,
No, it actually goes. Looks like.
I reckon the yellow goes there.
No, the red goes. Yeah, I believe it does, which means it's pretty much.
Yeah, right. Okay. No, if that goes, then.
Oh yeah, it goes
But
easily.
the only thing you've got to consider here is I'd probably want to clean up that top red. Sorry, the bottom red, the one near the balk line. I probably want to get that sooner rather than later, right? I wouldn't want to try to transition from that last red up to the black.
Look, I really don't think it matters. You know, you get on that red and the black's going pretty much anywhere. You know,
Yeah,
you
you
can
reckon it's sliding
put.
past the yellow quite easily?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I believe there's a full
You're
ball
playing on those
hole.
angles better than I. I struggle on the TV angles.
Just looking at it now, the actual black's further across than the red is, and the red's potable.
Yeah, right.
So-
Okay, that's fine then. Should be no problem then for Brent, really.
Tried to
Or
nudge it.
Chinese himself.
I think he tried to nudge it across it a little bit further.
Yeah.
Might bring some double A's with me tomorrow.
Oh, that's not the best leave, mate. It's left him in a bit of no man's land here.
No, that was a poor shot by Brent. I think he knows it too. Yep, from the big sigh just then. He's going to have to try and bump it off.
Had a bit too hard. I know he's all right with it.
You know what?
He's killed it quite well.
You know what? Still rush of blood. Didn't need to hit it as hard as he did. You want to sit it over the pocket.
You know what Chia's got to do here? He's got to really block that pocket the way Brett's got those two reds. I think that's what he's got to do. I don't think he can run out here or take the risk of running out.
See those two yellows together?
Yeah.
You top spin off the one on the left and it'll go nicely behind it.
Maybe we can just sneak it there.
Yeah. Just like that.
It's quite a great shot.
Oh, he played to pot it.
We can't play that one in the middle, can you? Oh, actually, hang on. The top rail might be on, mate.
Yeah. No. And the middle. I really think he can hit that one in the middle.
Oh, right. Wow.
Oh, what an unlucky position to have in.
That's fine.
No, I mean, but it could have gone nicer. No, it could have gone nicer.
Still pretty good. Like, it's just a natural sort of follow through and it'll come back nicely for the other red.
No, I don't believe so.
You don't think so? For a bit of top?
Even top, I think might be going into the red.
Okay.
We're about to find out.
I think the angle will allow him to play that, but let's see.
Yeah, look, he'll either hit the side of the red or
Oh,
he'll miss it, like you said.
Yeah, okay, here we go. He's actually playing my shot, so let's see.
Yeah. Might hit the side of that red.
He's just played too hard.
But on, still on.
Yeah, it is on, I think.
Ooh, don't touch that yellow.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Great shot. Like, the white ball position was perfect.
That was a nice quick game, isn't it? Very confidently.
Brent goes up 6 games to 4.
What have the other frames been like, Kenny? Have they been...
I only got here when it was 4 all,
yeah,
mate.
right, okay.
So
So I think I've got to play... Well, no, sorry. I've got to play Matt Powell first. And then the winner of Matt and I play the winner of this, providing they win their next game.
tough match, but you just
Actually, I think Shane Smith might be next for the winner of the...
yeah,
It's a
but
tough draw.
you just beat Richard Yonan, who's been playing very well recently.
Yeah, Richard plays well. I think Richard, he's very much a free-flowing type player.
Yeah,
Loves to pop balls, but I sort of really use my tactical knowledge, I suppose, against him. Which is, this game, a lot for that.
what an awesome break! That's very
That's a
very.
monster break.
That's monster.
He's got an absolute monster break, this guy.
Yeah, I know. And just the nice way the white ball comes back off the top rail there on his break, and every ball just misses it going around the
Reds and
table.
yellows are both good. Oh, that's not the best of shots.
No.
He's made it very hard for himself now.
So the problem is the yellows are all on if you miss your position. You know, you can't afford to do that now.
He's going to try double this straight away. It's probably a good tactic. That's a good tactic.
Yeah, but you miss the double and you're pretty much giving the game away.
No, he doesn't miss doubles, this guy.
Apparently.
Great shot. Very confident playing. It's good. He's playing really well.
Plant. Oh, it worked for him.
Is it going in the middle?
Oh look, I don't think there's anything stopping Brent with this
Yeah,
frame.
right. Okay. If that goes in, it should be game over.
Black might just be the only little
Right?
tough
This is a
one.
really bit of a tricky shot, this one. He's got to work out where he's going to put the white. Maybe just roll it forward and then cut that red into the top left-hand pocket.
No, roll it forward and cut the red into the bottom right, then use the one in the bottom left to break the black open if you need to. Just like that.
Yeah,
You can stop it nicely for a nice angle on that last red.
Yeah, that's good. Good call. Good call. I didn't actually think I was going past the yellow, so my angles are terrible here on the TV. Kenny?
Yeah, it's all good. Helps that I can actually see the table from here as well.
Mate, your eyes are better than mine. This is perfect for Brent. We can play this a variety of ways.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, is he going to just softly leave it for the middle, which is probably what I would do. Come on.
Or just stun up so you can
Just
play
come
to
off the
right.
rail. You don't even need to stun it.
Wow, look at that shot. That's a
Yeah.
great shot.
Beautiful. Master, if he gets it.
He is too. He's running right at the moment.
Oh, it's confident play.
It's
Oh.
fine. Yeah, look. He's just playing way too confidently.
7-4. Very nice master to take it to the hill on Brent's side. So Chia's got a bit of work to do. A master now might give Brent a bit of pause. They might, yeah.
Needs a ball. He really needs a ball here. No, nothing. Dry. He is dry.
Ooh, wow, look where that white's been left.
Gee whiz, what would you do here? I don't actually think you can do anything, to be honest.
Well, do you think, well, that yellow's not on in the middle, is it? Even the double on that other yellow's not on.
Like it, but like I said, I'm not really good at telling you. Until we can.
You can afford to swerve this, because even if you touch the red, it's not.
Yeah, look, I don't think that it's a pretty tough out for both of them here. There's a lot of bad balls.
Yeah, look, I actually like reds here, but he's got no red.
Alright, I think what's he doing?
He doesn't
He's
want
played
to.
a safety.
Well, he
Can't
doesn't
pot
want.
a yellow though.
He
No,
doesn't.
it's not.
Look, he doesn't want him to get reds. That's why I believe that's why he put the white as safe as possible.
So I think the plant's on here, Kenny, don't you?
What plant?
The one in the middle. But if you miss it, you're in a whole lot of trouble, aren't
What you mean, a three-way, four-way
No.
plant? Ah, yeah, the reds.
you?
Yeah,
But I think he's just going to pull up a safety.
yeah. Look, you missed the double, and you pretty much kissed the game goodbye. You missed the plant, sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
But he's looking like he wants to play it. Must be confident of the angle.
He's got it.
Yeah.
Tough shot, plant. It's not an easy shot to play.
Well, he needs angle on that one in the top left-hand corner so he can break into the other two. You know?
So, yeah, look, I don't know. Maybe just put that ball over the hole, or is he going to try to break
Oh,
it?
he must have a little touch of angle. And look, he did. He had a touch of angle.
The problem was going to be that the red was running up towards that yellow, so I'm not sure why he followed it.
I think that red goes off the red, off the yellow, off the other yellow in the middle. Or it'll push the yellow across.
Maybe.
You get a really nice, sweet
So hard to
shot on that red,
Mm.
and you're opening up that whole middle pocket and potting your ball. Doesn't like it.
Problem is he's got that dead red there.
He wants to cover the top left if he misses.
He missed it, I think.
Yep, that's
He's
kind of
he's got some cover.
yeah. I think that's really what he was looking for because
So what's Brent going to do? Is he going to try to run out?
you know
It's a
what?
big run out.
You know what?
Yeah.
It worries me. Like leaving something like that is an out, a possible out on yellows.
Tough
You know.
out.
Well, is it
But in his form, it's probably makeable, right?
exactly?
He's knocking him in like no one's business.
You know, like pot the one in the middle left, run round to the bottom rail to leave yourself both of those yellows into either middle,
Yeah.
and you've pretty much got the game won.
Yeah.
You know. So you just have to be on both of those yellows off the bottom rail there, into the middles, each middle.
Look, he's definitely got a good chance at it.
He wants to get rid of this first, and then possibly
Yeah,
look
fair
at
enough.
doing
He's
it.
just making his way up the table, right? Oh, actually, he's going
Ooh.
to put this one straight up.
I must be missing something if he's looking at.
Look, that yellow that's close to the red, basically right next to the red, there's only one pocket that goes.
No, he's doing what I thought he'd do, but he played the wrong angle on it.
So he's going to play that one in the middle now. That's actually not a bad shot, to be honest. If you can get this.
Your pace needs to be good, so you leave the other yellow. Oh, well, he had the pace right,
Yeah.
and the for the next yellow.
But this is still a tough out for Chia. He's still got that red over there that's...
It's still a tough out, but I think the red comes off the rail off the yellow in the middle, right?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. I think he has to look at possibly getting rid of that bottom left pocket now to give himself a good angle to run out. Brent doesn't really need that bottom left pocket, as much as you need to get on position on your next ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Chia's doing the right thing. Just get a good angle on your next red.
Oh, this is a good shot.
Oh no, I don't agree.
That's actually not. I thought it was going to hit a bit harder than that.
Look where that yellow was good for the red off it, I reckon.
He might have been on. Maybe that's why he played it the way he did.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think if he was on, he probably wouldn't have done what he just did then.
You know what? He's killed the yellow anyway, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Tough one. It's a tough one.
Set this up. Probably wouldn't be potting it. If you're going to pot it, you need to.
You know what? I mean, you can screw back into that red from the bottom red over there. Get himself a nice angle with his shot.
Yeah, but look, you know what? You leave that to your last ball and screw into
of
it,
course,
and don't
it's
and
not
not on it.
No, you're right.
You're
It's a very risky shot. but
you're chasing
I
the
just don't know
table.
if he's got much option I just don't know if he's got any option. I just think he has to do it at this stage of the game.
Because it doesn't double across. It doesn't really do anything.
He's got to try to extract it somehow.
Well, yeah. Sometimes it's worth just maybe now covering a pocket if you.
He's going to cover a pocket, I think.
You know.
No, he's gone for it.
Okay, so he wanted
He's
to.
giving himself way too much angle.
Well, he's almost killed the other yellow. So
He's giving himself way too much angle here.
yeah. Look, no. Actually, think about it this way: a little nudge on the left-hand side of that red, and you're going to sit the white right on that yellow, and you're going to pop your red open as well.
Yeah, okay.
You know?
That's a good shot. Yeah, I like that shot.
But you have to be really soft, and you have to really sit on it, because then Chia can snooker you back,
Yeah.
over that middle pocket. So the left-hand middle is very important at the moment. Taking control of that. Are you looking at a triple here, do you think? Double
I
doesn't
think
look
that's
like...
almost a prayer.
Double doesn't look... Yeah, double doesn't look like it's on. And even triple's kind of asking for...
Pure shot's a good one. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I don't like... I still don't like it.
That's a prayer, to be honest.
Yeah. Now he might be... You know, he's going to be chasing his
Even
tail
if-
now.
Even if he does spot it, it's another tough black as well.
This is where now you just touch the left-hand side of the red, you know, and sit the white snug up against the yellow, if you can. You know, I'm not actually sure. I don't think the triple's on, and I don't think the double's on.
Oh,
No,
he's got
no. He has got super lucky. Super lucky.
He's got a result here. I mean, Brent's favourite to win this home, there's no doubt. But he's just made it really hard for him.
Whoa, hang on. What are you doing, Brent?
That's a good shot. Nice snooker. That was a shot to nothing.
Yeah, didn't like it.
That was a shot to nothing.
Still didn't like it.
What would you have done?
There's a chance you could have just popped into the black, or...
He doesn't want that on the rail. No, it's good. Now, what would you do here? Would you try to kill a couple of yellows? Push him towards the red, or would you actually try to do a
No, I
escape?
think... No. Push the yellow onto the other yellow, and sit it as close to that red as possible.
Don't you think that Brent is going to run right?
Just make sure.
I don't know. I think that if you give Brent 2 here, he's going to run out.
I just need to confirm I'm not talking too loud. Last thing I want to do is give away any sort of
That's so unlucky.
advantage to another player if they didn't see something.
Yeah. That is so unlucky. That's all over now, mate. Brent will not.
Oh no, it's
Brent will not miss this.
yeah. Don't know, Masal. It's
I would
It's-
put my house on this.
yeah. Okay, no worries.
He's just going to run right here.
Okay.
I've played with this guy many a time. He loves this. He'll mop him up. I would have lost my house, mate.
How much is your house worth? No, I don't want to know. I've seen it on Facebook. It looks good.
I'm still confident.
Trying to work out where I'm going to sleep. Well.
I'm still confident.
Really?
Yeah, of course. He's going to run this one in the left middle there. And
Yellow down in the bottom left.
oh no, he's not. He's going to run. I would have thought he's just going to knock this one in the middle.
Oh, wow. It's like winning the lotto on one of those houses.
I've lost my house. I'm going to sleep somewhere else tonight. Someone's barn.
Yeah.
Nah, Brent, I think it's almost a shot to nothing, this one, isn't it?
Yeah, look, you just cover the pocket if you miss it. If you get it, you've got the black.
As long as you don't play it too hard, right?
Nah, you just play nice weight. That's it. Exactly.
No, is there something? No.
Well,
He's left anything.
you know what? It's not even worth potting this red unless you can
I don't
double
think
the
he's got a
black.
choice, have you?
Well, can you double the black back into the other corner if you get it?
Say that really without potting it?
Oh yeah,
You can?
easily, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Problem
Up
is,
the rail or something, is that what you do?
see, you know what? It's almost worth potting it, getting the white on the bottom rail here, and doubling that black back into the other corner. Why not?
Hard to get the white back though, mate. You've got to negotiate that middle pocket. There's all sorts of obstacles there.
Just trust your queuing.
Yeah, true. Or just screw it back, actually.
Yeah, screw back, yeah. Trust your queuing.
Big screw, deep screw.
Yeah, why not? That's it.
Has he got
Keep
enough?
going.
No, he's not got enough.
Well, is there a hole in that yellow? We haven't looked yet.
Now look, all he's got to do here is try to kill the black, to be honest.
Kill the black off on the yellow.
Just put it down the
Yeah.
rail somewhere. Oh, he's actually going for it here. He might be going
So it
in.
must be a hole. Nope, but he's pulled it out.
You want
And
to get a snooker?
no,
Nah, okay.
and he's left it on.
Brent was a bit casual in his last 2 shots, so you've got to really make sure of this one. You don't want to Chia back here.
Well, any miss on this and it's over, and you don't want to sit on the black if you pot this. Yeah, that's a good shot.
It's all over.
Yeah, not good for Chia. And that's it, folks.
Great. Well done, Brent. Bad luck, Chia. Well done, mate.
Good work, Brent. Bad luck, Chia. Yeah, so ends up with Brent being 8, Anthony being 4. Match over. Brent goes through to the next round, and Chia plays next year.
So we've got up next, Kenny. We've got Edmund the Chef Chen.
I don't know who Matt's putting on stream.
Let's get Edmund Chen
Anyway,
now.
now I'm going to we're going to stop the stream and we're going to start it again in about 5 minutes' time. Okay, or when the next match starts. Okay, so just bear with us, guys
All right.
and girls.
Talk soon.